That's right.
Thank you.
What else, people? Questions? Come on, anything, anyone. So the key is we're looking at how to change our mind. It is actually the hardest job on the planet, because the only reason is not because in its nature hard, it's because we are addicted to our present states of mind. And I think that's the thing we have to see, and that will make us humble. The Buddha, I mean, forget this life. Buddha's been saying we've come into this life programmed with our habits. So now we can see very clearly we don't necessarily go around raping and murdering and jumping on little girls, right? So we're already very fortunate, already a percentage of the planet who really actually want to be better human beings. So we should be so rejoicing in our good habits. Do not underestimate them. But look how hard the bad habits are. So we've got to be humble with that, And of course, in our culture, I think we are actually set in stone. When you hear about people sometimes talking about trauma and things, with certain things we just can't change, we say. I think we can see it's not true. And we have to know that with confidence. And then I think we have to have this humility to be patient and to work slowly, not to demand change. And the other one is, the tricky part is, because attachment's never satisfied, that's our worst enemy. You might have been practicing for years and you keep saying, oh, I'm still get angry and I still get jealous. In other words, you keep being dissatisfied with your progress. Are you seeing my point? It's like you practice music and you're playing up to grade 1. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, I'm only in grade 1. Maybe I'll be happy when I get to grade 2. And you get, oh, I'm only in grade 2. You're always dissatisfied. You get to grade 997. Oh, I'm only in grade 997. So it's a tricky thing that we have to learn. We have to learn to be satisfied. And this sounds a bit bizarre, but that means change your thoughts. And that means at the end of your day, if you do the purification practice, do that, but then finish it with then pointing out the good things. And I'm really so serious, but no one ever does it. We want other people to praise us, but we never think to do it ourselves. It's called rejoicing. You think, I am doing a good job. I have made this progress. I am a little bit less neurotic. I am a little bit less angry. We've got to be able to say it. It's almost as if we think there's a virtue in finding fault. We almost think it's like, oh, I'm being humble, No, it's just an addiction. It's kind of so ironic, But saying your good quality doesn't mean being arrogant. No, that's extreme. It means being realistic. And this is the point that we find it hard to see. In general, the Buddhist approach is negative thoughts kind of develop the habit of negative thoughts, and therefore they only can cause suffering, always dissatisfaction, not to mention the habit of the particular thing that you're doing. And then having a positive thought, and therefore it brings suffering now and in the future. But a positive thought, even now, although we can't see it, it brings a lighter feeling, a happier feeling, and you develop the habit of having positive thoughts, And that's the thing I think that we just don't see. We kind of have this idea, well, it's only in the mind, it doesn't matter. Or we say, oh, I can think what I like. I mean, in our culture, we really think that what goes on in your mind doesn't somehow matter, although it's so evident that it does. And if no one hears it, we think, well, we got away with it, But we've got to see, this is the Buddha's point, that starting with our thoughts, this is the first step, that we are the beneficiary of lessening our neuroses and growing our goodness. We first are the beneficiary. Like that one, when Andre, all he could see was that boy who stabbed his own son to death. His suffering is only just beginning. He was able to see the truth of that, that we harm ourselves. And I think until we see that our anxiety and our anger and our depression and our jealousy and our low self-esteem harms us, not hear it as some moralistic, oh, I shouldn't be this way. We are causing ourselves pain, So it's almost like compassion for ourselves. This takes time, I tell you. And then rejoicing, patting yourself on your back. We are a work in progress. And this is the irony of attachment. It's the one of always seeing the glass half full. It's very profound. That's what attachment is, always seeing what's missing. But if you keep practicing, you can see the glasses filling up a bit. So you praise yourself. This is a powerful way to change your mind. And it loosens the pain, It's a very incremental process. That's really, honestly, that's almost the point, and one step at a time. And the more you praise yourself, it gives you the courage then to own the rubbish. If you're only negative, you're only criticizing yourself, it's too painful to see the negative. It's like stabbing yourself. But if you can point out your good qualities, then it makes it easier to see the unhappy ones and see the pain it's causing us. That's the point we've got to get to first. That's why Andre could see his suffering is only just beginning. He was able to see the pain that he caused himself. This is so profound, I tell you. So we keep doing that, people. So any questions? Although we'll just do a little meditation and we can finish and go home.
Question from Jean.
What, darling?
I can just the question from Jean online.
Good, darling.
She says, when your mind, it's about reincarnation. When your mind consciousness is reincarnated, does it stay the same, or do only certain aspects of your mind get reincarnated?
Okay, we think of mind as like a river of mental moments, and whatever's in that river stays there. So here it's Jones River, and further down the road it's come Mary River, you know, isn't it? So it's the same, it's the river, and there's, okay, but the other point is there's millions and millions. Okay, just remind ourselves of the karmic process in a very simple way. The Buddha is saying everything we think and do and say, without exception, it's just it's a natural law. No one is running it. It is not judgment. It is not punishment. It is not reward. No one is running it. It's a natural law. Everything we think and do and say, in general, is the process that produces, that shapes the person we become now, and especially, of course, especially in next life. So in that sense, in this life, as you keep changing, you know, you don't suddenly turn into a Fred or a dog overnight. The body is the same. You're the same looking person, but your mind can be radically different. We know that. But then the new karmic seeds are triggered. Those karmic seeds run out at the end of the life. And by the time you die, it's quite a complex process. A bunch of new karmic seeds from the billions in our mind, we've had countless lives, a bunch of them, just a bunch of them. Let's say next life, at the time of your death, the karmic seed that determines your next life, the main one. So in our case, we can say at the time of our past death, not more than a few weeks before our consciousness found its way to our present mother's human fallopian tube, or wherever it was, we can say that at the time of that death, we could have been a kangaroo, as Lama points out, we could have been a human. One particular karmic seed, in our case, of very strong, intentional, non-harming, non-killing karma was triggered. That was the one that already programmed us, even before we stopped breathing, that already programmed us to go to this present mother. It's very personal, right? And then along with that karmic seed, then all the karmic seeds that then produce your personality in this life were triggered, ready to be ripened. The next lot of karmic seeds that produce all your experiences at the hands of others in this life, who you meet, how they see you, and even the very seeds that are going to produce the way the physical environment impacts upon you. There are 4 ways that karma ripens: the type of body, the type of mind, the type of experiences, and the type of environment. All of these are the fruit of our own past actions. So all that bunch, all together for this particular life, all were ready, programmed to become the ones that would then ripen in the future as this life. Then we live out these seeds, and then in each second of this life, we're producing new seeds for the future, you know? So you carry with you all the seeds you've ever planted, but they might be just sitting there latent. They're not going to ripen all in one life. But a particular bunch will ripen, and the key one is determined, this is determined at the time of death, which one is triggered, you know? So in the same way that this particular life, we're acting out, we're playing out all the seeds that would trigger the time of past death, and the same at this death. So the key one is we want another decent, non-killing karmic seed to be triggered, and we want lots of good habits to be triggered, not killing, not stealing, not lying, so that next life we can get another human mother and keep on moving on our spiritual path. So, but the billions of other seeds are all there, but you carry them with you. But only a particular bunch of them are ripened. That's the way to say it. I hope that makes sense. Okay, something like that. It's more detailed, obviously.
Say a very big thank you.
What, darling, go.
I wanted to say a very big thank you to you. You helped with the death process of my mum.
Oh, good.
This year, but my sister, darling sister, who is here,
yeah,
is absolutely struggling, and I don't.
In what way struggling? Well, let her say it to me. Do you want to say it to me? No, you don't want to say it. Well, don't even talk about her. You mean she's struggling with the loss of your mum? Well, if I was right there, I'd give you a big hug, darling. I mean, of course I understand that. I don't know if any of my words have made any sense whatsoever to you. It's kind of weird what I've been saying, or is it interesting? Good, darling.
watch you on YouTube.
Oh, you do? Oh my God. Okay. Well, sweetheart, just keep moving, keep going. Try, don't force yourself. Do your best. Feel you're struggling. Have your weeping. Be unhappy. It's okay. But just kind of keep moving. Do your best. And also know that you're going to die soon too, so don't waste your life. That's the big one. The wake-up call is that one, I think. It's going to happen to me. Well, that'll happen to me. So between now and then, let's make the most of it. That's my feeling. Does that make sense?
It does, but it's just that they've put me on different medications. So
Is it helping or not helping, are they? Making you a bit dull?
yeah.
I know, darling, I know. Well, maybe when the time is right, you can make your own choices about all that. Take care of yourself is the main thing, darling. And your sister, as long as she doesn't give you lectures, she shouldn't tell her to shut up. If she gives you lectures, tell her to shut up. Just say, give me a hug instead. She shouldn't have to change you. Leave her alone, okay? Back off. All right? Darling, much love. Why don't we do a little 5-minute meditation to finish? How about that? Just quiet little sitting there watching our boring old mind. No, watching our breath. Do a similar little technique based on this genius technique these genius Indians invented 3,000 years ago. We'll just do a little simple version of it. The goal of it is to get concentration, but we won't, of course. So it's a training. It's a training. The real benefit for most of us, it's a training to not be absorbed in every thought you have. So you're going to step out of your head for 3 or 4 minutes, and you're going to use your breath as a focal point. That's it. That's all the job is. Don't have any expectations, but it's a training to step out of your head for 3 minutes and just watch the breath. Focus on the breath. Meanwhile, in the back of your mind, you'll notice all the crazy thoughts. And that's not bad. Don't worry about that, but don't follow them. But the real benefit from this is that when you get into the habit of doing this a little bit every day, then when you come out of your, in 3 minutes in the morning, each morning, you start to develop the habit of noticing what you're thinking. Our trouble is we don't notice what we're thinking until it becomes depression. We don't notice what we're thinking until you want to kill your husband. That's why we then have all this drama to catch up. But if we can start the habit of just during the day, catching what your thoughts are and fixing them before they start becoming deep habits, that's the real skill here. Don't have any expectation of getting concentration. Forget that. So just sit comfortably as you can. Treat it like a really normal activity. Don't get all holy because it's meditation. Sit comfy with your back straight and just, first of all, just take a couple of breaths and locate that sensation at the tip of your nose when you breathe in and out. Just locate it. And then for 3 minutes, we're going to just pay attention to it. But locate it first, okay? That feeling at the end of your nose when you breathe in and out. That's that feeling. So what we're going to do now with determination, say to yourself, I'm going to pay attention to just that sensation. The thoughts will come and you let them come and you let them go. You don't absorb in them. You let them come and let them go. And you don't make them go away. You don't wish they weren't there. That's not the point. You stay focused on that breath. And every time you feel yourself wandering off, you just bring yourself back to the breath. That's it. And keep alert for like 3 quality minutes. Just simply pay attention to that breath going in and out. Let the thoughts come and go. Okay. Just stay alert and just watch the breath go in and out. That's it. Just the breath. Keep your mind sharp. Let the thoughts come and go. Just the breath. That's about 3 minutes, okay? So 3 minutes sounds like a long time. It felt like a long time, didn't it? That's 3 minutes of making effort to stay alert. That's really good training, I promise you. Every now and again you can do that, not 20 minutes, don't need. Just keep your mind sharp. And the benefit, the goal is concentration. We won't get it for a long time, but the benefit, keep remembering, is because you're training yourself to stay on one thing. You can't help but notice the thoughts in the back of your head. And that's the advantage in your daily life. Whereas normally we wouldn't even notice what we're feeling until you want to cry with tears or angry or depressed. But here you catch the thoughts before they go too far. You catch the thoughts before they come to the surface as emotion. That's the skill. I promise you, that's a profound skill. You catch your thoughts and then you listen to them and you argue with them, or you be kind to yourself, or they shut up, Robina, or go away, or whatever. You sort it out before it becomes emotional. That's the skill, I tell you. Be very happy with that skill. That's it, people. We're done. Okay. I'll sing a little prayer to finish. Just may compassion grow and grow in the hearts of all, okay? Jangchob semchog rinpoche, ma kie panam ke gyuchig, kie panyampa me payang, gong ne gong du pavashok. And the dedication prayer. Gewadin yudodag lama sange drubgyone, droa chikyang malupa, dei salaga pashok. That's all, people. One step at a time, please. Be kind to yourselves. Then you can be rough yourself afterwards. Rough first is no good. Okay, people, thank you so much. Thank you, darlings. Thank you, everybody coming. Thank you.